Get out. This video is brought to you by Afterwall Productions. Don't forget to subscribe to Lewis Balance Entertainment. Support this YouTube channel. Support this blog. This is Terminator Dark Fate. Alright, want to find one way to destroy a franchise and end a movie, probably the biggest action movie ever created, from probably one of the most compelling and heart-stopping, gut-wrenching storylines and scripts of all time. Terminator Dark Fate does it in spades. Where do I start from this? Okay, Terminator Dark Fate starts out with Sarah Connor chilling in Mexico with John Connor, and it's actually CGI Sarah Connor, CGI John Connor. He doesn't look, he absolutely doesn't look any younger than he did in 1991. So I would suspect this is probably maybe a year after they ended Judgment Day. So out of absolutely nowhere, this movie single-handedly makes it clear, makes it known that this is, I think this movie, they should have renamed this movie to Terminator Rise of the Man-Haters, because they established right away that this movie is a woman empowerment movie, and anything else associated with men and anything associated with strong male characters is completely eradicated in an instant. But let's talk about the very beginning, the opening credits, before we actually see the title of the movie. We see a recycled scene from Terminator 2 Judgment Day, probably the greatest Terminator movie, and probably remains the absolute greatest, the pinnacle of Terminator fandom, where Sarah Connor is talking about Judgment Day. I see it. It happened. It happened. So we are treated to probably one of the most, this opening scene, I just gotta say it this way, this opening scene, you wanna screw over your audience, you wanna destroy any bit of interest in your film, do it this way. So Terminator, I'm suspecting the T-800 arrives and guns down John Connor twice, and Sarah Connor could do nothing about it but watch her son die. So out of the gate, this movie establishes that it doesn't need male characters. All the male characters are completely eradicated, erased. If there are any male characters in this movie, it's because they look like a bunch of wusses. They look completely idiotic, just completely useless to the female characters. Look, I have nothing wrong with female empowerment. There's been female empowerment before it was trendy. I think this is just a big trend, and it's ruining the franchises. Oh, forget franchises. Everything's a franchise right now. No, it's ruining the movies that we love, that movies that we grew up watching, all age-old ideas. This Terminator comes back to kill somebody to stop a resistance from rising up in the future, is about as old as Lee Majors or William Shatner. Come on. So fast forward, we get the female version, I guess the female antagonist of this movie. I'm a cybernetic organism, living tissue of a metal endoskeleton, and you won't be back after watching this movie. The Terminator known as Grace, she arrives in Mexico, and she's completely oblivious to everything around her. So she's gonna seek out the character we're supposed to get behind. Her name is Dana, and she has a father and a brother, and the Terminator, and then we get our Terminator, our evil Terminator on here. And I just want to make it very clear that the Terminator on the guy who's playing the Terminator on here, he does a commendable job, and he seems a little bit more human. They kind of give him a more of a human profile, human characteristics to make him be able to infiltrate. That's what Terminators do to begin with. They have a sense of that they're not actually human, but you're not supposed to be able to tell that they're human. So right out the gate, of course, you see the female. She's supposed to be at first I thought she was a Terminator. She's actually a super soldier. She's kind of like a Captain America meets Terminator cyborg slash somebody Mary Sue we're supposed to get behind, but she looks a lot more like I mean, what's with the haircut, by the way? She looks a lot more like Jim Carrey on Dumb and Dumber. She has more in common with Jim Carrey on Dumb and Dumber than she does a super badass super soldier that's supposed to protect. Okay, we're supposed to swallow this that Dana is actually the new John Connor. That's why they got rid of John Connor from the equation, because she's supposed to be the savior of mankind who doesn't have is not going to have a child, is not going to have a a child that rises up to be the leader of the human resistance, because in this 2019 dystopian world that we live in right now, women do not, on movies anyways, women do not need men. And that's why they erased John Connor out of existence, so letting us know what this movie's going to be like from the very beginning. And in the beginning, they gave us the worst, the absolute worst. They screw us over so bad. It was just shocking for me. So now we're supposed to buy that she is the leader of the resistance. She's going to rise up to be the leader of the resistance. She's not going to have a little boy who's going to rise up to be the a male antagonist, because this movie establishes from the trailers, and the trailers were awful right away, that this is going to be a woman empowerment movie. This movie violates everything that the Terminator movies established from the very beginning. A girl who becomes the target of an evil Terminator, an evil cyborg from the future, is scared. Linda Hamilton, Sarah Connor, plays a character that little by little develops from a scared, confused woman into a powerful and badass leader, a soon-to-be future. Maybe it's going to be future, but they're not exactly sure what timeline it is, because they mess up the timelines on this movie, because there's a lot of stuff on here that doesn't belong. So she's supposed to help, and then Grace is a ex-soldier from the future who was saved by Dana, who is the leader of the human resistance, and she teaches her how to become a soldier, and she teaches all this ragtag militia of thieves to rise up against because according to the last two movies, Skynet does not exist anymore, so therefore a new timeline is established, a new I am whatever you call it thing. It's known as Legion, a new cybernetic system of software, because that's what Skynet is. It's a self-aware software that goes lethal on human existence, mankind. So it sends several Terminators over the course of, I don't know, they don't really establish what years these Terminators arrive, because so as far as I could tell, Sarah Connor has been receiving orders from actually the T-800, who happens to be her contact, and tells her what day each Terminator is to arrive. And we're supposed to buy all this. We're supposed to swallow all this, people. And so they established right away that this is going to be, and I want that this is going to be a movie that's going to give us the biggest mind scramble of all time, and we're supposed to swallow it. Terminator Dark Fate is probably one of the most disastrous, disappointing movies I've seen all year. I guess I wasn't sure I was gonna have a worst of or most disappointing movies of the years, but I guess we have contender for one of the worst films of the year in Terminator Dark Fate. I think it's a tie between Hellboy and X-Men Dark Phoenix in this one because we got some contenders for worst movie of the year on my list because I usually don't do worst movies of the year because I honestly in the beginning I didn't see movies. I didn't see too many bad movies in the beginning of the year, but it looks like we're in the middle of the year and the everything and all the bad movies are starting to pile up on me. Movies that I was vaguely invested in. So now we're supposed to get behind these characters. So she's supposed to protect. So Grace grows up in the dystopian future of the war around her, which is a new timeline that has been established because Judgment Day was ended. And Judgment Day, just like Arnold said on Judgment Day, Judgment Day is inevitable. You only postponed it. So it's established right away that either way, mankind is screwed. We're all going to die anyways. So this is the leader of the resistance, a girl who loses her family by the Terminator walks in, kills her entire family, including her brother. Maybe could have been a strong male character because this movie violates every archetype of the original story arc of the original Terminator that that Sarah Connor eventually works with the Terminator with John Connor to stop Judgment Day from happening. There's no there is she is a strong woman, a strong female character that develops in Terminator 2 Judgment Day, but she's not. They're not trying to move over Arnold. We got the new actors. We're supposed to get biased. We're supposed to swallow all this. No, it establishes right away that the only way for John Connor to survive and become the human leader of the resistance is to keep him from getting killed from the T-1000. And by the way, I'm going to get into the special effects. And the acting on this movie. So this movie is politically correct also because there is actually a holding area. Um, it doesn't overly emphasize that it's ICE, but the Border Patrol. So because most of this movie takes place at Mexico, and there's just this politically correct throwaway scene where you see a bunch of immigrants trying to go to America over the border. So it keeps that political awareness, correctness that we probably knew from the trailers. Okay, this girl kind of reminds me. Actually, Dana kind of reminds me a little bit of a young Michelle Rodriguez, who doesn't always have that charisma, a dripping charisma that a female lead needs to have in a movie like this. So okay, so Arnold actually kills John Connor and he develops a conscience because if you remember in the original films, Terminators don't have a conscience. They're supposed to kill their target and they will not stop until that person is dead. And that's it. There's no reason for them to exist because Arnold makes it clear in the original Terminator there is no reason for him to exist. If you go back and watch it, after he kills, there's no reason for him to exist anymore. He doesn't develop a conscience and has a family or have a wife and kids and a dog and actually does drapery work and his name becomes Carl. I mean, it 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 violates everything the Terminator stands for. Everything the series was built on. Terminator is a freaking badass machine that destroys or protects people. This is this, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. This is just like probably one of the most disappointing aspects of this movie that establishes right away to move over with the male characters, and we're supposed to root for these new characters. I want to talk about the acting here. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Sarah Connor is has little or nothing to do in this movie, and she seems very like, especially with her lines when she says, "I'll be back." She did. I mean, the delivery in this, she's just somebody that's in the background, kind of like Arnold, with little or nothing to do, but saying one-liners. And we're supposed to swallow all of this. We're supposed to say, okay, this is the Terminator movie that we've been waiting for. This is the Terminator movie to watch. This is the Terminator movie, the best Terminator movie since Terminator 2 Judgment Day. No, my friends, no, amigos. That is not true. This is not the best Terminator movie. No, my friends, no, it is not. This is not the best Terminator movie. This is preposterous. This is an abomination. All right, sorry. So the only way for so this so Grace is not. She's kind of like a Captain America meets RoboCop character. She has to kill the Terminator in the first couple minutes of contact of battle with the Terminator, or else she starts to shut down, kind of like the way Jean-Claude Van Damme shut down when he ran out of energy on Universal Soldier, and so she needs drugs, some kind of narcotics, and ice to be able to sustain her existence. So she's basically a Terminator, but a more human-like, and she doesn't embody anything. She's not a Kristana Loken or Loken. She's not a T-1000. She's not even. She's not even Arnold in the first Terminator. The first Terminator, my friends, was dark, evil, creepy. He was just a freaking cyborg. He was not Michael Myers. He was not Freddy Krueger. He was a freaking cyborg that came from the future to kill Sarah Connor and to stop at nothing, kill anybody who gets in his way to do it. And that was the original plot of this movie. And this is a recycled idea. Come on. Tim Miller directed this, who did Deadpool. James Cameron's attached to this? He produced this? Really? Are we supposed to believe this? Am I supposed to sit here and do this review and believe that James Cameron had any involvement in this movie? And I've seen the liner notes, the credits of this movie. There's a lot of writers, and it shows that this movie is a conflicted, convoluted plot of ideas just for marketability here, just to pander to an audience that wants to see. And this is the Terminator movie we're not asking. We did not ask for this movie. You did not ask for this movie. Watching this video, they did not ask it. I mean, I sat in a nearly empty theater. People walked out during this movie. This movie kind of reminds me of a cheap episode of that throwaway show, The Sarah Connor Chronicles. Yeah, I said it. The Sarah Connor. The only thing that makes it even enjoyable or entertaining is because Arnold is on it. And that's about it. That is about it. What did they make Arnold do? He looks like a freaking wuss. He's a freaking idiot. He's a freaking dumbass. He's a dumb idiot. And we're supposed to buy all this? We're supposed to say this is that the Terminator developed a conscience, that he's a learning computer, and he decided that he felt sorry for killing. He had no further orders from Legion, and now we're supposed to buy that. We're supposed to buy into it. Oh my gosh, that can't be true. This is not happening. So, lastly, my friends, oh my God, if I could maintain my composure here, because this movie, I wanted to like this. I really wanted to like this movie. I wanted to get behind it, but there was nothing for us. There is nothing but a dark fate. This is not Terminator Dark Fate. This is Terminator Rise of the Man-Haters. That's what they should name this damn movie, like I said before. The acting was good. I think, honestly, I thought Grace was good. I even thought the Terminator on here was good. Everybody did a job for what they were given. Arnold, once again, Arnold is the reason we go. Without Arnold, he is the nucleus of Terminator. Without him, there is no Terminator. Even if Linda Hamilton came back, it wouldn't have made a difference if she didn't come back. But it was welcome because it was good to have her back. But oh my gosh, this is such a disappointing. This is a bled dry franchise that is dying a horrible death. This is Terminator's Judgment Day because there is no possible way they can resurrect this franchise. You can't fix what is broken already. It's over with. I doubt it they'll be able to come back. And if they do, it's just gonna be a straight. It might as well be straight to DVD, straight to Blu-ray releases, straight to Netflix, straight to the Red Box because it's not gonna be something worth watching, worth getting behind. All right, I'm gonna give this. I'm gonna give Terminator Dark Fate. Sorry, I would have to give this movie this ranking. Sorry, it's a big no, but your movie's not happening. I'm gonna give it this rating because it damn well deserves it. All right, give you guys key points about this movie. I hope you really enjoyed this. I do this to entertain you guys. I act sometimes. I do some things on camera. I do these reviews, especially angry review, because this is an angry review. Yes, I kind of lost it in this video, but it's for your entertainment, for you guys to watch these videos and have a great time watching. At the same time, informative to the subject matter, that you guys support this blog, this YouTube channel. So before I sign up on this video, so at the end of the Terminator, we see the same ideas from the three different Terminator movies, including the original Terminator, including Judgment Day, including Rise of the Machines, and there's even a smidgen of salvation on this movie, and that doesn't help either because it doesn't save it from being probably one of the worst movies I've seen this year. So I thought I was not going to do a worst of movies. I don't know if I've seen enough bad movies to really make it a top 10 worst movie. It's probably going to be a top 5 worst movies I've seen this year list, no doubt. So this movie, it violates everything. It basically skins alive. It rips our hearts. It breaks our heart that this movie. So at the end, they're able to stop the Terminator, and Arnold it is earlier known that Sarah Connor says, "I am going to kill you. When this is over, I am going to kill you." So the Terminator has a conscience again, so he dies with the wannabe T-1000, this enhanced Terminator. I'm guessing it's a prototype to a degree where it's supposed to land. It's supposed to make us feel bad. It's supposed to make us our hearts scream. It does because I really do hate to see Arnold like this. I mean, the guy's had some open heart surgeries, and Linda Hamilton seems just very too mundane for me. She doesn't seem like the Sarah Connor that I remembered, and this is really just a really disappointing entry. And hopefully, this will be the final nail in the coffin. And they really should just leave this idea alone because there's really nothing left to do with this. Because they tried to fix this franchise, but they single-handedly sent Terminator to an early Judgment Day, an early grade, because Terminator Dark Fate could be your fate too as well if you go see it. But once again, I will say this: if you're biased, I do recommend you going to see this and get your own opinion. Don't. I did this to entertain you guys that watch my YouTube channel. I don't do this exactly because I'm a troll. I like to troll everybody. I like to troll actors or movies. I do it to entertain you guys. That's what I'm here for. This is why I started my YouTube channel and I started to do different things that were fun on this blog. So I hope you guys like this review. I really, like I said, am disappointed with this movie. And once again, I thank everybody who subscribed or commented on my videos. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys rule. And once again, everybody who support this blog, please tell your friends about this blog and everything that I've covered here. I hope you guys really enjoyed everything that I talked about, everything from the skits and some of the inside jokes I put on this video. Okay, I will see you guys real soon for the next review.
Put a like below this video. Subscribe. Tell your friends about this YouTube channel.
And support this blog.
Okay, he is the YouTube alternative. He is still your review and he'll be back. Do more videos.
Good night, hasta la vista, baby.